Hey, I'm Jake Sherman from POLITICO on Capitol Hill. Here's what's happening this week in Congress. Washington appears to be diving headfirst into its first government shutdown since 1996, when Newt Gingrich was Speaker and President Bill Clinton was in the White House. We've been here for a lot of long nights and long days, and there's no resolution in sight. We really don't know what's going to happen at this point. The House could pass what's called a clean CR, a CR that does not defund the health care law, or the Senate could pass some sort of resolution that does change the health care law. John Boehner has been kind of negative about the prospects of a clean CR, although aides are now saying it is a possibility. Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid has said he is not going to change the health care law as part of this government funding fight. So obviously it looks at this point that the two sides are in their corners. But like anything else on Capitol Hill, there's some question as to who will get the blame. House Speaker John Boehner has tried to avoid a shutdown because the preponderance of public and private polling shows that Republicans are going to get most of the blame in this situation. The Senate could get some blame for a government shutdown, but public polling doesn't really show that at this point. But the real question is how this fight affects the rest of legislating in 2013 and 2014. There had been some hopes during the summer that immigration reform would get passed, but at this point that seems like a pipe dream considering Congress can barely keep the lights on and it might shut down government for the first time in nearly 18 years. But the next issue up is the debt ceiling, just a couple weeks away. On October 17th, Congress needs to lift the amount of debt the government can accrue. That's always been a huge battle in Congress. Republicans have tried to cut spending. They've succeeded in cutting spending over the years, change and defund the health care law. Now they're saying they want to institute tax reform and a number of other policies when Congress raises the debt ceiling. Speaker John Boehner and Majority Leader Eric Cantor had to postpone a vote on the debt ceiling because of lack of support. So if this government funding fight becomes even messier and the government shuts down, it could help the debt ceiling because Congress will kind of get it out of its system. But if Boehner caves and has to pass a clean CR to keep the government open, the debt ceiling will become even worse for House Republicans, Senate Democrats, and President Barack Obama. Stay tuned to Politico.com for developments on all of these stories and what's a huge week on Capitol Hill.